Hi everyone, it's Little Reader from Little Reader Tarot. I hope everybody's week has been great. I know for me it's been really just rejuvenating. I think that this week I'm really starting to understand my own gifts and spirituality and feeling really close to my guides and just more connected than I have been in the last couple of weeks. I'm definitely feeling, at one point, I was feeling not as so confident in my own intuition, but I think that's how things go, and I think life just ebbs and flows, and same with confidence and everything else that goes along with it, and that's just part of the journey, especially for those who are interested in spiritual enlightenment, who are part of twin flame journeys or soulmate journeys or any type of spiritual life path. So today I'm here for another weekly message for everybody. So before I forget, I really wanted to show everybody my cute little Manitoba mug. So this is the province that I'm originally from. I just was really excited to show everybody, and I just like Starbucks with their little cute little travel edition. Anyways, I'm going to drink my tea a little bit and then I'll put that away. Alright, so we're here for the weekly messages today. So I'm just going to get that out of the shot. There you go. So before, last week, I would like you to pick a group that you feel most connected with. From then on, I'm going to clarify with a few more cards today. So right now we have group number 1, group number 2, group number 3, and group number 4. Okay, so take the time that you need, and then I'll timestamp each group in the below. So if you want to skip through them or skip certain groups because you don't feel as connected, that's cool. If you want to watch all 4 groups, that's fine too. You'll definitely, I think, if you do choose to find a message, just know that this is a general read. So there will be messages that you'll feel connected with, but it doesn't necessarily mean each group is for you. And even if you're in particular more drawn to one group, there will be hopefully a message that will relate to you, and that's always been my intention. All right. So I hope everybody has taken the time that they needed to feel connected to the cards. So we're going to start with group number 1, and I'm going to move these cards back a little bit over here so we get started. All right, so with group number 1, I love yourself first. And for the energy oracle card, I have first chakra archangel Michael. Now, with love yourself first, the immediate time when I was shuffling the cards is that it's about obviously putting you first. And I say that because I feel with the first chakra archangel Michael that you haven't been stabilized. There hasn't been stability in your life, and I think that's because you've been pulling yourself too much in other places and not grounding yourself enough. And so this is where possibly the love yourself first. So I'm going to pull a couple of cards, clarifying cards, and we'll see what other messages come up with this, okay? Okay, and I'm going to pull another one. Let's see. Okay. So with this particular group, we have the 5 of Cups in reverse and the Judgment card. So again, I do think that you've been in a situation possibly with someone else or just internal with love in general, feeling really disappointed. Things are not working out. You've been putting too much into other people's lives and giving yourself too much. I think that you have been always been in relationships where you've always put the other person first and never really recognized your own needs. And it's time for you to, with this Judgment card, is to finally make that decision of putting yourself first. I really do think that with Love Yourself First and the first chakra archangel Michael, like, it is time that you need to get yourself grounded in order to have love in your life. Because you can't heal if you don't do this. You're not going to be a full person if you don't do this. And you're not going to be ready to love anybody else if you don't do this. So that is what I'm seeing right now. I'm going to pull a couple of other cards and we'll go from there. Yeah. So once you do this, okay, once you've put yourself first and you've completed what you needed to do and like put yourself in the number one card, you have the World card, and the World card is like the end of the deck. So it's starting a new beginning, a new cycle, kind of from scratch. And it's telling you, once you do this and you start putting yourself first and seeing you and loving you and not worrying about anybody else at this moment, or worrying about starting a new relationship, or even going back to someone, I don't think that now is the time to do that. I think that with this Magician card, it's telling you that once you put yourself first, you can manifest. You can do anything that you want, because that's what Spirit's actually asking you to do. They're asking you to, you need to get yourself in order, and to be honest, you need to get your shit together. I'm sorry about the language, but you need to do this, because if you don't, then all of this will not happen. You will not get what you deserve and what you have. And Spirit's also telling me is that you will have so much more power in yourself and in what comes to you if you start putting yourself first. All right, so that is the message for number one. I hope that was super helpful. So we'll move on to message for group number two. All right, so for group number two, I pulled Very Soon and 7th chakra archangel Uriel. So with Very Soon, I feel that this is for people who are definitely in separation, and I also feel that these are people, this particular group who's waiting for someone is definitely on a soulmate journey, and I say that, and actually probably a twin flame journey, because with the 7th chakra archangel Uriel, I often pull this with my clients who are on twin flame journeys, because it's such a spiritual card. It's about trusting your intuition and your own spiritual development. And with Very Soon, I know with twin flames, and especially, or even divine soulmates or soulmates, is that there often is a period of separation that goes along with it. There's a lot of like distance. Sometimes you'll meet and then there's a connection, and then people get scared, and just because how strong of connections things happen. And I think that with the 7th chakra archangel Uriel, it's just telling you that you need to trust your intuition. Know that I feel like within the collective, especially with the twin flame and soulmate journey, is that a lot of people have been knowing that their other half is going to come in soon, and I did get that from other clients as well. And is not to doubt your sense of knowing. I keep getting that idea, like people are doubting at this point around their reconciliation, and you need to really stop doubting. And that's the first message that I get with the 7th chakra archangel Uriel. All right, let's pull some cards and see what other messages come out. What are some other messages for group 2? love these cards. Okay, so yeah, this is definitely a spiritual path that is happening for group 2, and I'm loving these cards. Like, I really do. Okay, so the first card is definitely, I think somebody is coming in. We have the Knight of Swords, and that is someone who is action orientated, who is ready to take charge, who's ready to address whatever needs to happen, who is loyal, who's ready to make things right. And so I think that the person that you're dealing with is ready to make things right, and I think that I definitely have this feeling like this person might have given up a little too soon in the relationship, may have gotten scared, may have not handled the things that they wanted, handled the situation as well as they wanted to. And the Knight of Swords is them coming rushing in and telling you, is coming to message, and they're ready for here. And I say that because this is, I think, group 2. This is you, okay? So the Three of Wands is waiting for somebody to come in. And it's about, okay, so a new, like the Two of Wands is about new contracts and new beginnings and new passionate beginnings. And the Three of Wands has this idea of like, I've done all the hard work and now I'm just waiting for things to flourish. And this is you waiting for things, group 2. This is you who have done what they needed to do, who have done everything that they've needed to do in this relationship with spiritual growth. You've really worked on yourself. I keep getting the message that you have done everything that you needed to do. You've learned the lessons that you need to, and you're focusing on yourself, which is number 1, and you need to continue to do that. But you need to stand back and wait for this person to come in, because they're coming in. And I say that because the Hanged Man in reverse. So if the Hanged Man was upright, that means there's no action happening. But I really do feel strongly is that person who you have been dealing with is coming out of this Hanged Man energy and ready to take on with the Knight of Swords. And the Judgment card to me is like there's a final like ending, like not in a negative way, but an ending to the situation or the story. Like I feel whoever's coming in is wanting to make this right. There's not going to be any worries anymore. Like this person is not going to come in and out anymore. Like if they have been that person who has always kind of ghosted you or has that in and out of relationship or in and out of that story and you're just kind of unsure, I really think that this is the ending of that cycle. I really feel like when this person comes in, it's like a new, complete, like mature person. I think that that's what they're ready to be, and I think that they're ready to do whatever they need to do in order to make this relationship work. And I do feel that although things may not be as perfect or as like well-rounded relationship, like perfect as in like everybody's ducks are in a row. I feel that this person's like ready to meet where both of you are at and like flourish together. So yeah, that's a really great reading. Grade 2, group 2. I hope that was helpful. All right, so group 3, the cards that I pulled are Let Your Friends Help You, and the Energy Oracle card is All Tied Up. So with this particular card, I think that this particular group 3, you just like don't know where to go in love. Like you have no idea, you don't know what to do. You're kind of like, I'm just focusing on work. I don't know if I can bring love in. I don't know if I can do this. Like, you just seem really stressed out and kind of anxious. And to get out of this energy, the first message that I got is like, you gotta help from your friends. You gotta count on your friends because they're gonna pick you up and they're gonna get you out and going where you need to be. You need to go out more. I keep getting that message. Stop being a hermit. Do what you need to do. go out with your friends, meet new people, because, or I even get like the idea is like, or the sense that some of you are going to go to a party, you need to go to a party. I don't know if you've been invited to a party, but you need to go to this party because someone's going to introduce you to someone. I keep getting that message. And anyways, for group 3, I think that you need to start meeting friends, because I feel like some of you are going to like meet someone through a friend of a friend, through like an outing or something, and this relationship is going to happen. All right, let's see what else comes up for this group. Okay. Oh man, okay. So I think that some of you are going to meet a couple of people that may be in your rotation of options. Okay, and as I look, there's the King of Wands, and we have the King of Wands here. Anyways, I'll show you more. Okay, so the first 2 cards are the King of Wands, as well as the Emperor. So this could mean 2 things for me. So, and I'll let you know. But I really feel that there's going to be 2 options for this particular group 3, okay? So for King of Wands, it just is telling, first kind of message that I get is like, you need to embody the King of Wands. So the King of Wands is about passion, and it's about like stability, it's about like creativity and action and like sensuality and like those type of like characteristics and emotion. And they're like the life of the party, really outgoing, charismatic. And I think like right now is that you need, for some of you, is to really embody that, because especially when going out, like I keep getting this message like you definitely need to go out and go to like a bar or whatever, party, coffee shop, whatever your fancy is, like you need to do it with your friends, because I think that this is an opportunity for you to meet someone else. And the Emperor is someone who has all of the characteristics of all the predominantly like the King court cards, so like of the King of Wands, the King of Cups, King of Pentacles, and the King of Swords. So like about all of the stabilities around groundedness, passion, love, stability, loyalty, financial stability, like all of those things. And I think that this is going to be, when you count on your friends and you go out with your friends, you're going to meet this Emperor. And I want to let everybody know that when I read the court cards, it doesn't necessarily mean a specific gender, like male or female. It could be any of those characteristics, okay, that could make up a person. So I really do feel like for some of you, you really need to embody the King of Wands, and then you really need to do this because you're going to meet the Emperor, who's going to be your like stability, like it's going to be the person that you've wanted. And this person actually could be older, or even have like an older soul, like an old soul to them, and that you might actually find really attractive and calming and like sensitive and like and protective. Like I feel like that person would really like feel very protective of you. So I just want you to know that that's for the first message that I read. But for the majority of you, I really do feel like this is going to happen, is that there is a possibility where you're going to have to make a decision, because you're going to meet 2 people. So And this person is going to be the King of Wands energy, and the other person is going to be the Emperor. And the King of Wands is often sometimes someone who may be a little bit younger, who's a little bit more playful, and the Emperor is like that old soul energy, as I was saying before, who has a bit more stability, more groundedness, who is very strong in who they are, all of those things. Whereas the King of Wands, like, yeah, that life of the party, that person that you want to be around with, who's always like magnetic energy and all those things. So I think that if you're going on an outing with your friends, that there's an opportunity to definitely possibly meet two people. And I say that because you got the Two of Pentacles, and then you got the Queen of Pentacles. Oh, sorry, let's go like this. Yeah, and so I think a lot of you is that when you let your friends help you, you start embodying this Queen of Pentacles, which is about groundedness and like getting connected again to who you are as a person, stability. And I think that you have been so anxious lately that when you let your friends help you, you will embody this Queen of Pentacles energy. And with the Two of Pentacles, to me, it's about, again, like this option. I really do think that you're going to meet two other people, because with the Two of Pentacles, it's about balancing. Like, you're going to be weighing up your decision of who you want to be with, or like who should you go on a date with, or whichever. And I think that right now is like you're going to have two options that you're going to get to decide coming up with this week. So that is the message for group number 3. Okay, so group number 4 is romantic feelings and broken heart in reverse. So I feel for this particular group, when I first shuffled, is that you've been through a lot of heartbreak. And it's been really hard for you, and I think a lot of you have been possibly single for a while. Like, I'm not talking about like a few months, like I'm talking about like a few years, and may have been hurt by, like, burnt by like someone, maybe someone that you weren't necessarily completely dating, but someone you were having an on and off relationship with. Definitely I keep getting that, like someone like maybe that was not, yeah, did not have any stability. Sorry, I get like this really weird feeling. Yeah, or it could have just been a really awful past relationship, like a long-term relationship where there could have been like a lot of mistrust, maybe some like emotional abuse, all of that things. Like, I just am getting that kind of feeling from this particular group. Or it just could be that you have mistrust people, particularly for a really long time, and have never been able to open up. And I think that right now you're coming out of this broken heart energy because it's in the reverse. And I think this week there's going to be some romantic feelings. Like, there's going to be like a spark in you that either A, you're ready to start dating other people, or B, you're meeting someone who's bringing this romantic spark. So let's pull some cards and see what other messages are going to happen. Oh my god, I love this. Okay. Yeah. Oh my gosh. And like at the bottom of the deck, I have the High Priestess, which is like trust your intuition. And then at the other bottom of the deck, I have the Three of Swords. So yeah, again, like this is you coming out of a really horrible heartbreak of feeling like alone and loneliness. That's what I keep getting. Oh, group 4, like I really feel really sad. And I'm really excited for you because I'm excited about what is coming up for you. And okay, so the first two cards that I pulled are the Ten of Cups, sorry, and the King of Swords. So the King of Swords could be someone who is usually in their head, mental, like stability, like loyal, um, informative, who um, is not into their intuitive but logical. It could also be, I don't really like to bring up signs, but it could be an air sign that is coming towards you. And I think that this is the person who might be stirring these romantic feelings, and I'm really excited about this group 4. Like, I just feel really like excited for you. And this also could represent you coming out of like this logical headspace of like maybe you're ready to like take the next steps. And I say that because of the Ten of Cups. And the Ten of Cups is about like emotional abundance. You see like the two, like you got a family going on here who are like, there's a rainbow of happiness. Everybody's dancing and looking like in joy, and like it just, and the greenery and all of those things. I think that this person, or you're ready, like this person is like having you feeling like you're ready for like happiness, like you're ready for that next steps of like possibly being with someone, like those long-term feelings. So I think that that's what this person's stirring up for you. I also think that this energy could also reflect that you're ready to think about the long-term stability of love. Doesn't necessarily mean that you want like the whole kids and a husband or a wife or like a partner or whatever with like the dog and all of those things. I think it just could mean that you just are ready for like a really loving partnership, and you're ready for that. And I say that because the other two cards I pulled for you, group 3, are the Justice card and then the Ace of Pentacles. And with the Justice card, to me, if you are the person who is maybe not meet anybody this week or meet that other King of Swords energy, is that you're ready for your justice. You know it's time. You know it's time to move on, to open up the horizons. Like, you deserve it. You deserve to have love in your life. And for those who do meet that King of Swords this week, I think that it's telling you, this message is that this person, like, believes that you are a catch and that you deserve to have this 10 of Cups, like family life or partnership or long-term stability. And this person, and I think you also see it in this person as well. So I'm really excited. And then with the Ace of Pentacles, this is also like my engagement card. I love this card too. So it's an offering. It's an offering of like stability and like kind of like the next level, like next, like new beginning of a new start. And I say that because like you can see like that little opening, like it's like somebody going through into a new path. And I think that this person is going to offer you something that is new to you, that you've never experienced before, and you're kind of a little scared, and that's okay, because everything that's new and like that has never been, you've never experienced before, is supposed to be a little bit scary. Like, how do you know? Like, what is it? Sorry, I'm just getting this message. It's like you can't keep going back to the old you or the old relationships because it's not working anymore. If you keep going to the same person all the time, or like you keep having the same type, it's not going to get you anywhere. Whereas if you try this person who may be new, who is reflective of like no one of who you ever have dated before, like take that chance because it's going to blossom and it's going to feel good and it's going to bring you a lot of joy and it's going to bring you like this idea of like hope in love that you haven't experienced before. Yeah. And I think that if you are just opening up to love, and I think that also is reflective too. So like if you are not you don't meet anybody this week, I think it's like the spirit's just telling me, my guides are telling me like you need to be open to new people and you need to start dating differently because if you continue to date the way that you have always dated, yeah, you're just going to go back in circles and you're going to keep dating dirtbag after dirtbag. So you need to kind of push yourself to meet that new person and who is completely out of your comfort zone. All right, I hope that makes sense. Anyways, so that was your message, group 4. I hope that that was helpful. If you are interested in a reading, please get back. You can just DM me on Instagram at littlereadertarot. All my information is at the bottom. Also, if you can also email me at littlereadertarot@gmail.com as well. And if you have a particular question that you would like to get answered and you're not really sure what spread works for you, you can just email me or direct message me on Instagram or my email. All right, hope all is well. Have a great week. Bye, everyone.